days. Hi, I'm Kiera Kimminau. I'm part of the SPM online program graduating in May of 2025, and I currently work for Nike. I don't know if I actually said the number. I think I have like 130 or 140 pairs of sneakers. I have a lot. I brought my Kobe EYBLs. They were from the 2020 EYBL tournament that didn't happen, so this colorway technically never released. The Space Hippie ones, the original colorway, and then the Ama Meniere 3s. When I first started with Nike 5 years ago, I wasn't a sneakerhead. Starting on the retail side of Nike, and especially in retail, there are so many people who are super passionate about sneakers. I started hearing them talk about it and noticing it. Yeah, it's shoes, but at the end of the day, it's also kind of art that you get to wear on your feet, and that for me is really cool. These were the first pair of sneakers that I got. They were from 2020. It was with Doraemon, who's a Japanese comic artist, celebrating their 50th anniversary. I was working in what is now a clearance store up in Michigan, and these had come through and they were my size, and I was like, oh, I really love the red and white, and a bunch of my coworkers were like, get them. I don't know if I know how to style these. Am I cool enough to wear these? The day that I bought them, I was like, okay, cool, these are awesome. Like, nobody had really given me the explanation of like what they were. They were just like, these are heat, these are fire, get them. And I remember Googling them when I like finally was like, oh, like I should probably look up like what these are before I even wear them. And I was like, oh, these are cool. And it has started a spiral for me. As I've gathered them, it's seeing brands that people collab with, it's seeing athletes that work on stuff, and the tech and the innovation and just the science that goes behind some of the products. Yeah, it's like art you get to wear on your feet. I feel like a lot of time in the program they say it's like this in-between of art and science, and at the end of the day, like that's what sneakers are, and that is really cool. I have worn every single pair of shoes that I have. I love them, but there's a level of like, I want to be able to hold on to these for a long time. This would be something that I would hope I'd be able to have like whenever I retire, when I get close to retiring, to be like, this is it. I would say like favorite Space Hippie, like all time. That is always going to be one that I can come back to and be like, I love everything about this shoe. It reminds me of why I even wanted to work for Nike in the first place. Every part of this shoe is waste, whether that is consumer waste, so recycled goods, or industrial waste, so from the manufacturing centers. To make that happen, to take trash, really at the end of the day, and turn it into something that not only you can wear, but looks really cool. It took so much engineering. We need to take a look at like the polyurethane that we're using and the cement that we're using, and this material doesn't work to each other, and to re-extrude this yarn to even get it to work, like that would have been so cool. This is a job, this is a shoe, this is something that I'm like, I want to be in that space. Earlier on, I would say in my sneaker journey, where I was still trying to figure out like, okay, like what sneakers feel authentic to me. The Ama collab in specific kind of straddles this line of sneakers and fashion. If there's one thing I love, it is a gray and purple combo, and all other sneakers are like that. And so for me, it was very easily like, yeah, I'm into this. Like it just clicks. This very fashion level to that. I can rock these sneakers with an actual dress, or I can rock them in a more professional environment and feel like it's adding a level. It's not just kind of a beat around pair of shoes. Tom Sachs general purpose shoes. They released in 2021, and I'm pretty sure they originally launched in Kohl's, which is wild because he was like, that's where my mom shops. That's where regular people shop. In general, Tom Sachs' aesthetic and kind of like the Nike craft line that he does, it's honestly kind of the opposite, I feel like, of Ama's, where it's like, they're so luxe and it's in the detail and it's in the fabrics, and this is like, I love this shoe because I can wear it anywhere. I wore it today because we were in the lab all day doing make, and I'm like, cool. I don't care if I stuff this up in the lab. They're only gonna get better the more I wear them. Part of the reason they weren't released is because it was during COVID and the tournament didn't happen. The other part of why they didn't get released is they were part of all the product that was pulled when Kobe passed away. Nike had put a pause on releasing any of his product as they were in contract negotiations with Vanessa probably a year ago. These popped up. I have never bought a shoe so fast in my entire life, especially for a colorway like this that like, you know that they're kind of not out there. This, I will be honest, is not a shoe that I wear very often because I'm like, listen, if something were to happen to these, I would be very, 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 very sad. So the big goal for me, kind of why I came into the program to begin with, is moving back towards the product space, moving back towards the material space. Dream job for me, well, I'll say dream area, is really like materials development and materials innovation. In the space and in the room of making these 2D ideas or these innovative concepts really come to life, and knowing the why and the how behind it, not just, cool, we have this technology, but being able to go in and be like, I know how this happened, I know how this works, I know why this material performs the way it does, and just being able to dive into that and help kind of make that really come to life.